Support WrestleTalk!
Visit WrestleTalk.com. Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk News. I'm Ollie Davis. In November 2014, after disappearing from wrestling 10 months prior, CM Punk appeared on Colt Cabana's Art of Wrestling podcast to explain why he left WWE. The reasons ranged from him coming up with the Shield faction to Ryback being dumb as Terry Funk. Somewhere in between not wanting to wrestle Triple H and moaning about The Rock, Punk also accused WWE doctor Chris Amann of clearing him to wrestle while injured and misdiagnosing a staph infection. Amann strongly denied any wrongdoing and reportedly sued Punk for $1 million. In compensatory damages. Now, almost 4 years later, and after the trial was delayed last week as both sides tried to reach an out-of-court settlement, the match appears to be underway. Expect Big Cass to add himself in at the last moment. Gregory Pratt, an investigative journalist for the Chicago Tribune, tweeted that the action has now begun. I had business at Cook County Courthouse, so I stopped in for a minute to watch the CM Punk Colt Cabana defamation case. Surreal to see two wrestlers sitting across from a jury listening to a podcast of them talking life and pro wrestling that led WWE's doctor to sue the ex-champ. The doctor is likely to continue testifying tomorrow from what I heard. No idea how long the trial will go, but they were being thorough in going through stuff. The jury heard all of the controversial podcast episode, including Cabana's plugs and upcoming events. Speaking of upcoming events, segue. It seems Cabana has had to pull out of the Cabana-Rama show named after him this Friday because of the trial. I'm sorry to the fans of Compound Pro Wrestling. Due to mandatory court obligations, I'll be unable to attend the show this Friday. Punk was a master of realism on the mic during his WWE career, but a document has now been leaked that suggests the company's promos and in-ring segments are actually heavily scripted. I know I'm as shocked as you are. Reddit user Wicked Sphinx has posted a photo allegedly showing the script for the B-Team's barbecue segment from Monday's episode of Raw, with stage directions and exact lines for each team involved. So the tag division having a barbecue in the middle of a wrestling ring in Raw was scripted. Shocker, right? But what's far more interesting is the second page of the document. A writer's in-ring promo checklist, which insinuates they have checklists for other formulaic segments. I want to see the generic backstage interview checklist. Step 1, power up the robotic interviewer. Or maybe even the wrestler watching match backstage checklist. Before you begin, make sure you position the TV screen at the most obtuse angle possible. The in-ring promo checklist has a series of questions and reminders to ensure a segment is as good as it possibly can be. Like, what is the premise? Does the promo make sense? As a standalone and in show totality? Nope. Tell a story. Make it entertaining. Nope. Time the promo. Talents should not ad-lib. Because why would you want organic moments that encourage crowd reaction? Probably because WWE don't want certain segments to overrun. Because if your skit is going heavy, there's a checklist for that too, which instructs you to tell Kevin Dunn, Vince McMahon, and Billy Kidman beforehand. And when you do so, speak clearly so Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon can hear you. I just still can't believe the promos are scripted. What certainly isn't scripted are your brilliant comments on this YouTube channel. Click the link on screen now to find out if you've made WrestleTalk's Best Comments of the Week list. And click subscribe to keep up to date with all the latest backstage professional news. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.